Okay, the next step is the angle between the two straight lines. If two straight lines have equation, given equation R1, R2, with the scalars T and S, S and T, and theta is the angle between them. Let's say this is line R1, and this is line R2. Then theta is an angle between the two lines, R1, R2. So this is a line, for line R1, A1 is only a point, which is A is a point which is lies on that line. And A1 is a position vector. And the important for R1 is V1. V is a direction vector for this line. So we can say that for this equation, the important is V1. Let's take V1. Because V1 represent our line, the line. V1 represent the line, the direction of the line, because of V1 and line, this line is parallel. And then we take V1. For R2, R2, just focus on direction vector V2, which give a direction for this line, the blue line, is V2. So, angle between V1 and V2 also theta. Same direction, because this line parallel to this line, and also the blue line parallel to this line. If theta is the angle between the two straight lines, then theta is also the angle between V1 and V2. Therefore, we use this formula. This formula. So remember the formula: A1 vector A dot vector B equals modulus vector A modulus vector B cos theta. Now vector A is V1. Vector B is V2, and just replace the symbol. Then we can get that cos theta is equal to V1, vector V1, dot vector V2 over modulus vector 1, modulus vector V2. Then hence the angle between the two straight lines is given by find theta and using cos, the formula. From the formula, you can get this one. And we can say that the two straight lines are perpendicular when V1 dot V2 equals 0. Why 0? Because perpendicular means that theta is equal to 90. Substitute cos 90 is equal to 0. Then get the statement. Perpendicular, think about this formula. A, vector A dot B is equal to 0. When given that the two lines are parallel, you can say that you have many methods to show the two lines are parallel. Maybe the first one is show that V1 equals K is constant, scalar, V2. If the two vectors can be written in this equation, we can say that the two vectors are parallel. Or you can use the formula A dot B equals modulus A modulus B cos theta. So parallel means that theta is equal to 0 degree or 180. Then substitute cos theta is equal to 1 positive. And then cos 180 is equal to negative. You need to show both. When you use this method, you need to show both plus and minus. The third method is use a vector product, cross product. When you show that using cross product, Okay, cross product is indeterminate. I, J, K. This is V1 for the second row. Okay, component V2. Okay, expand. And if you show this is equal to 0, it can conclude that the two vectors are parallel. Parallel. Okay, remember when V1 dot V2 is equal to 0, this shows that the two vectors are perpendicular. This shows that the two vectors are parallel. You have to differentiate between the symbol cross and dot. Okay. Example 2. The Cartesian equations of two straight lines L1, L2 are given. Okay, L1, L2. Find the acute angle between the two lines. Okay, so for line L1, okay, L1, this is L1, okay, this is L2, okay, L1, okay, you get V1, say V1 is parallel to L1, and at the same time, V2 is parallel to L2. Okay, just find angle between V1 and V2. Okay, so from the given equation, you can take V1. Okay, take the one. V1 is 5. This component I, component J, component K. But make sure that X, Y, Z, okay, the coefficient is 1, and positive. Okay, so V1 is 5I plus 4J plus 6K. For V2, check, this is 1 and positive, 1 positive, 1 positive. We can take component V2 is 2I plus 7J minus K. Then to find the acute angle, you need to use the formula V1 dot V2 is equal to modulus V1 times modulus V2 cos theta, right? And you need to find modulus of V1 and also modulus of V2. To find the modulus, okay, all these components you need to square, okay? 5 square plus 4 square plus 6 square. And then same, okay, you need to do the same thing for V2. To find the modulus V2, you need to square 2, 7, negative 1. You get set 77 and set 54. Then you need to find dot product. Okay, still remember to find the product. Okay, so this is V1, V2. You can change in the matrix form. 5, 4, 6 dot 2, 7, negative 1. Then component I times component I plus component J times component J plus component K times component K. Okay, and then find that one 10 plus 28 minus 6. Answer is 32. Okay, then this is for V1 dot V2. Okay, and then next step, okay, you may use like this, 5 times 2 plus 4 times 7 plus 6, 5, negative 1. Okay, so let theta be angle between two lines. Okay, using this formula, substitute. Okay, substitute. Then using the calculator, find the value for theta. That is 60.2 degree. Okay, and done. Okay. For example 3, show that L1 and L2 are perpendicular if given L1, Okay, this is L1. L1. So this is pattern R equals A plus TV. To show this is a vector equation for a line L1. L2, named as L2. Same thing. This is R equals K, A plus TV. Okay. So to show that the two lines are perpendicular, okay, we want to show that L1 perpendicular to L2. It implies that you need to show, say that this is named V1, V2, okay. You need to show vector V1 also perpendicular to vector V2. Why? Because, okay, L1, okay, this is L1. You have a vector which is parallel to L1. We call V1. V1 maybe lies on the line L1 or outside the line but parallel. Okay. L2. Okay, L2. Okay. L2. Okay, Mr. V2 is parallel to L2. So when L1, L2 perpendicular, we can conclude that V1, V2 also perpendicular. Okay, so we want to use this formula V1 dot V2 is equal to 0 to show get 0 means we can conclude these two lines are perpendicular. So, okay, next step. Okay, you need to determine a V1. This is V1. And this is V2. Then substitute on the left hand side. Okay, show that one is equal to 0. Okay. 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 So V1 vector is equal to 2I minus J minus K. And vector V2, V1, V2, okay, is equal to I minus 2J plus 4K. Okay, so to show perpendicular, to show V1 dot V2 is equal to 0. Starting left hand side, V1 dot V2. Okay, vector V1 in matrix form 2, -1, -1, dot 1, -2, 4. Okay, so 2 times 1, 2. -1 times -2, 2. -1 times 4, -4. That one is equal to 0. Then we can conclude that, okay, when the get 0, can conclude that V1 is perpendicular to V2. It implies that L1 and L2 are perpendicular. Okay, done. Okay.